Yoga is not a substitute for medical attention or treatment. Don't perform any postures to the extent of pain or strain. Always listen to your body and meet yourself with kindness and compassion. Hi, and welcome to today's class. I'm honored to share this Mellow Yoga Flow with you today, which is perfect for those days when you want to take it a little bit easier. We'll stay close to the ground to focus on mobilizing and opening through the entire body. It's a wonderful way to connect to a place of peace and stillness within. So I would say, whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and meet on the mat. We won't need any props for today's class, and we will start lying on our backs. So let's begin by lying down in a constructive rest pose. Soles of the feet connect to your mat, and then your feet go about mat distance apart. Hands are resting down, palms flipping up, and then just let your knees knock together so that you can totally rest and have the lower back relax. You also want to keep that natural arch underneath your lower back. So without any activity in your core, we're going to come into this beginning pose. When you are situated on your mat, feel free to go ahead and close your eyes. And then just take a deep breath in through your nose. Allow your lungs to fill up, your rib cage to expand, and with an exhale, release and let go. Let's repeat that 2 more times. Taking a breath in through the nose, and a releasing exhale out of your nose or your mouth. One last round here. Allowing the breath to anchor our body and our mind into this present moment as we begin to notice all the points of contact between our body and the mat. Starting with your feet, the soles of your feet, and then your hips, your lower back, middle and upper back, shoulders. You can feel the backs of your arms, the tops of your hands. And then you can also feel the weight of your head resting on the back of your head. Wonderful. Now from here, let's go ahead and extend our legs and arms away from each other. So taking a deep stretch here, reach your feet out, reach your arms up, and really point through the balls of your feet and reach and spread your fingers. And then we're going to come into a pose called Banana Asana to open through our side body. So what I want you to do is walk your feet, both of the feet, all the way over to the left corner of your mat at the far end behind you. Keep your hips exactly where they are, and then maybe lifting your upper back gently. You're going to wiggle yourself over so that both your arms are still next to your ears, but pointing towards that left top corner of your mat as well. Now, if you feel this is already a sensation where you would like to keep it for today, just rest here. If you want to go a little bit more into opening up that right side body, you can cross your right ankle on top of your left and gently hold your right wrist, extending and gentle stretching into that right arm, that right armpit, trying to keep your shoulders and your hips entirely connected to the mat. Now taking another full inhale here, you want to feel the expansion of your belly. And as you exhale, release, let go of the grip and release back to center. Stretch yourself out once more here. before we repeat that same movement over to the right side. So walk your feet off to the right lower corner of your mat and then wiggle your upper torso towards that right top of the mat. And then checking in here with one breath. Notice if this is the sensation that's absolutely all right for you, where you want to stay with on your left side body for now. Keep it. Otherwise, intensifying, you can cross your left ankle, rest it on top of your right, and then grab your left hand gently, guiding that left arm a little bit further over to the right. Taking another deep breath in, down, all the way into your stomach. And with an exhale, release, let it go. We're going to make our way back to the center of the mat. And then from here, we're just going to go ahead and bring the soles of the feet back like we started off, this time keeping the feet about hip width distance apart. And then wrap your hands around the top of your right knee, making any movements into your right foot here, maybe crunching and opening your toes, finding that mobility in your ankle joint. And then you want to go ahead and pull your right knee really close in towards your chest. If your lower back feels all right, you can shoot that left leg out long, flex into your left foot, allowing the opening to unfold in that left front of your hip crease. Maybe pulling that right knee a little closer in towards your chest here. Taking another full breath. Maybe a little wiggle feels great here. That's it. And then I want you to release your right hand to the inside of your right knee and wrap your right hand around the outside of the foot here. So we're coming into half happy baby. The left hand relaxes down towards your left hip, just making sure that your hips stay leveled and both of your buttocks sides stay connected to the ground. With your right hand, you're going to push that right foot and hold it with a little bit of oppositional force here. Right ankle stacks over the right knee, and we work our way into a big opening for the back of those right hamstrings. Neck and chin stay in extension of the spine, so the chin gently tucks into the chest, making sure your neck and shoulders can keep that softness, that ease, as we take one more breath here. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and slide that left sole of the foot back onto the ground if it's extended, and connect the right ankle on top of your left knee. Keep flexing into that right foot now, and maybe just keeping that connection here, you can feel a sensation in your right outer hip. You're welcome to stay here. If you want to intensify and work into a deeper stretch of your right outer hip, join me in lifting your left foot and then taking your hands through the gate of your legs and wrapping them around the back of your left hamstring. Now checking in here, noticing if this is about the sensation where you want to keep it for now. Otherwise, you can always go one step further by wrapping your hands on top of that left knee and pulling in a little bit more through the left knee. Remember to keep that right foot flexed so that your right knee stays nice and protected. And then you could add a little sway here. Working on pulling your left knee in towards the left shoulder, at the same time pushing your right knee away from the right shoulder. Reclined pigeon pose here. Really great way to allow that stretch to unfold in your outer right hip, having the full support of your mat underneath your back. Let's take one more breath in here. And one last breath out. Beautiful. We're going to release the hands from wherever they are, finding that starting position with both soles on the feet to neutralize that movement in the back of the body, we want to go ahead and lift ourselves up into bridge pose. Now I want you to keep your neck straight. If you need to look at the video, please do that with your hips on the ground. Once we begin to press into the heels now and lengthen the lower back, so now the lower back connects flush with the mat, your neck doesn't move anymore, and we continue pressing into the feet so that we can lift the hips up and push the front side of the body up towards the ceiling. Hands are relaxed here, and we are just continuing to push firmly the feet down so that the hips can lift up. We'll take one more breath here. And with an exhale, just release your entire back body down to the ground. Beautiful. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and pull that left knee into the chest. Find your ankle mobilization by working into your left ankle, flexing, pointing that foot. And then you're going to decide if you want to keep that right sole of the foot connected, or if you want to slide that leg out, begin to flex into the right foot and pull your left knee in close to the chest. Feel that wonderful extension in the lower back here. And maybe you can go ahead and wiggle a little bit side to side, just creating a little bit more space for your left knee to pull in towards the chest. We're going to go into our half happy baby pose next. So the left arm connects from the inside of the left leg to the outside of that pinky edge side of your left foot. Right hand releases down onto the right hip. Remember, you can always be here if that feels better in the lower back. Now from here, we're going to try and stack that left ankle in one line with the left knee as we invite that oppositional force of the foot pressing up and the hand pulling it down to open up into our left hip crease. You can also feel that nice gentle stretch in the front of the right hip crease. Keeping left and right side of your back body connected and your neck in extension of the spine. Let's take one more breath here. Begin to slide that right sole of the foot back down onto the mat and then bring your left ankle to rest on your right knee, finding your starting pose to go into variations of reclined pigeon pose. So either staying here, flexing into that left foot, or going ahead and wrapping your right hand around the back of the right leg as the shin lifts up off the mat. So you can come into this shape, checking in if your shoulders and your jaw are still at ease, or if you want to go a little deeper and you have the mobility in your hip, you can go ahead and relax your hands and interlace them on top of your right knee. Same as on the other side, you want to work into pulling that right knee in towards your chest and pushing the left knee away from your left shoulder. Let's take 2 more full cycles of breath here, really allowing that left hip to experience a nice opening, stretching sensation. Beautiful. And then from here, we're going to release, taking both feet back down to the ground, reaching your arms up overhead, and then just gently drop your knees over to the right side, feeling a little twisting sensation along the back. And then inhale, take your knees up to center. Exhale, drop them both over to the left side. Also feel that stretch in the top of the right thigh here. Taking one more inhale. And then hugging both knees in towards the chest. Hold your backs of the knees. And we're going to take a little bit of a rock and roll into a seat. So you can extend your legs. As you do this, you may enjoy that spinal massage, Let's do 2 more rocks. Beautiful. And then the next one takes you all the way up into your seat. So you're going to come into a cross-legged seat here. And we're going to begin by extending our left leg out to the side. So the right sole of the foot naturally connects to the inside of your left thigh. And then I want you to turn your upper left leg so it faces straight up. So all 5 toes of your left foot are pointing up to the ceiling. And you're going to try and push the sole of your foot away from you. Yeah? And as we inhale, we're going to try and sit up nice and tall, lifting the arms up overhead. Now turn yourself over to face that left extended leg. And then as we exhale, we're going to lean forward, extending out of the lower back, dropping the fingertips right and left next to your left shin, foot, wherever the hands drop. And then from here, allowing a gentle rounding to unfold in the upper back body as we reach even further forward, trying to bring our nose closer in towards that left leg. Try to resist from holding on and pulling yourself into a deeper variation of this pose. We're just really trying to allow the back of the left leg to stretch, but we also want to feel that sensation in our right lower back here. So taking just 2 more breaths in our Janu Shirshasana, forward fold. Take 1 more breath in here. That's beautiful. Now keep the alignment of your torso facing that left leg as you roll back up all the way into an upright seat. And we're just gonna counter that forward fold by taking the right hand around to the outside of your right hip. Keep your feet exactly as they are, and then lift your left arm up, lift your right hip up, and push into your right shin, finding a little bit of a mini wild thing here. As we exhale, release, come back down, switching out the legs, extend your right leg out to the side, bring your left sole of the foot to connect, and again, turning the right top of the leg facing up, pushing the foot away. Inhale, lift your arms, lengthen through your spine, and with an exhale, turn and rotate your torso facing that right thigh. And as you exhale, allowing your torso to fold over that right extended leg here, allowing a little bit of pressure into that left edge of your foot so that you can keep your concentration in your hip joint as you feel the stretch of your right back of the leg. And again, here, we're not trying to pull ourselves into the deepest variation of this pose. We're really just trying to allow a little bit of space to unfold in that left outer lower back and along the back side of the right thigh and right calf. Let's take 1 more breath in here. Inhale, come all the way up into your seat. Turn your torso only then when you're upright and seated. Mini wild thing to the left, left hand to the outer left hip. Push yourself up. Feel that opening through the front side of the body. Take 1 big inhale here, maybe even gaze to your right fingertips. And exhale. Find yourself in Sukhasana, a easy seated position. Doesn't really matter which leg is in front. From here, what we want to do is work a little bit with the upper body as we have now really mobilized and worked into the lower body already. So the first thing we're going to do is take the palms together at your heart in Anjali Mudra, and then interlace all of your fingers. From here, we want to lean back and extend the arms forward so that we can tuck the chin to the chest, really drop your chin down. Push your palms away from you so that you can feel a nice stretch between the shoulder blades. Keep your shoulders from hiking up towards the ears. And let's take 1 more breath here, really leaning back into your upper back body. Inhale, I want you to lift your arms all the way up overhead. And then we're going to keep that interlace of the hands and we're just going to bend into both elbows, pulling that left elbow down towards the ground on your left. Now your head can resist a little bit of force between your right forearm. So your back of the head is gently pressing against your right forearm as the right elbow is entirely pointing up to the ceiling. Let's take one more full breath here, little gentle pull of your left elbow down. And then inhale, core is strong, lift both arms up overhead. We're going to come back into that, pushing the palms forward and finding space, rounding between the upper back body, chin to chest. Before we go to the other side, inhale, lift yourself up, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, go ahead, pull your right elbow down and connect your back of the head to that left forearm. Feeling nice opening underneath your left armpit, around your left shoulder. Let's take one more full breath in here. Try not to arch too much into the lower back. Keep your core engaged. One more breath in. Exhale out. Inhale, lift your arms up overhead. And exhale, release your hands behind your lower back. I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see this a little bit easier. So hands are interlaced behind the lower back. We're now opening up through the collarbones, the front of the chest, trying to bring the palms together. And with an exhale, we're going to hinge forward from our hips, trying to reach the crown of the head towards the floor, and then lifting your arms up any amount over your head. Breathing in here, breathing out. One more breath in, one more breath out. Inhale, lengthen your spine, lift your gaze, come all the way up into your upright position. Break free with the hands, and then we're going to end today's session with a seated twist. So let's take the left hand to the right knee and then bring your right fingertips around behind you. As you inhale, press the right hand down. Press the left hand and the right knee against each other. Find length in your spine. Exhale, turn your head over your right shoulder, maybe looking behind you. Finding this rotation, a little bit of awareness in your right hip, trying not to let that right hip bone escape all the way back. Just counter with a little gentle push forward. One more breath here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And with an inhale, we're going to switch straight over to the other side. Bring your right hand onto the left knee, left hand behind you. Lengthen with an inhale. And exhale, find your rotation, your intensity of the twist. We stay here for another inhale. Exhale, maybe the rotation unfolds into the upper back body, maybe even all the way so that your head can turn back. One last inhale here. Exhale out. Return yourself all the way back to center. Just roll your shoulders once or twice here. Neck can drop side to side, so the right ear and the left ear side to side. And maybe like little relaxing movements in your neck feel really good right now. Whenever you feel you're ready to come into stillness, choose a seat of your choice. Let your hands rest on your knees. If you want to go into a bit more of a receiving posture, let your palms open up, or even find a mudra with your index and your thumb finger connecting. All entirely up to you. Once you feel ready, close your eyes down and bring your awareness to the body. Focus on the breath and the space around you. Focus on how you feel, the sensations that unfold within. And also focus where you feel certain sensations. And returning your awareness to your breath just as we started. Drawing in each inhalation, fueling yourself with energy, fresh oxygen. Allowing each exhalation to wash over you with that sense of ease, release, and relaxation. And without any control of your breath, just allow it to entirely bring your awareness to this moment, to be in the here and now, just as you come, because that's perfect. With your eyes still closed and your seat upright, bring your palms to connect in front of your heart. Allow your shoulders to roll up and back one more time. Tuck your chin gently to your chest, just like you were bowing to yourself. Thank you so much for joining me for today's practice. And hopefully you're feeling a little bit more relaxed and a little bit more at ease. Thank you for joining, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste. With gratitude from my screen to yours. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.